Hello guys, good evening. Can anyone confirm if I'm audible to them?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys. Good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining this call, and let's wait for 5 minutes more because there are still more participants joining back to back, and we'll start the session in 5 minutes. I appreciate your patience. All right, guys. So it's 8:05, and let's start it. Almost we have 65 participants joining, still coming, but we'll allow them as soon as they come. Okay. All right, guys. Let's start the session. First of all, good evening to everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. Really, this is really exciting journey into ServiceNow admin and development that we'll be starting, and I'm really excited that to see a lot of crowd here. Yes, Raghavendra, would you like to address something here? Yeah, you can chat. Yes, Rangwinder. Let me just open this class first because we have not jumped into any discussions right now. This is for beginners as well. This is for experienced candidates as well. So definitely I'll be taking your questions. Okay. Yes. This session is getting recorded. Okay. So this is you will be getting the recordings. Okay, for the people who have not joined. But yes, you can keep dropping your questions on the chat box. Our admin team will take that questions and address that questions. Okay, whenever that answer is suitable. Okay, so yes, let me start. So something about myself. My name is Tausif, and I'm working as a senior consultant here, and I'm leading these training programs at HackNow. So all activity for training unit, I'm looking out for, and I'm really super excited to see you, in such a crowd and incredible turnout for this workshop actually. Okay, so I know guys, this is really a valuable time, and being the first of the week Monday, I deeply appreciate your interest, in expanding your skills and knowledge. Of course, I know there is a crowd who are fresher, and there are some people who are already in experience. But it's not limited only with admin and development. Let me say you, it's also about the scripting. It's also about some advanced syllabus that we will be covering. But yes, the core intention of this workshop is to learn ServiceNow admin and development with real time practice. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. Okay, and walk you through the presentation. Before I hand it over to the trainer, I would just explain you like what is HackNow and what are the programs we will be including and what is this workshop all about. So I believe you might have read the post and you are aware, but I would like to give you the brief understanding about what it looks and what is the journey that we will be looking for this 10 days later on. Okay, so please confirm me when you can see my screen. Okay, all right. So, admin team, could you just keep on admitting people because it's little disturbing here. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, talking about HackNow, who we are, many of them know like HackNow is already into IT training, and we have already conducted some workshops in the past, and we are also into consulting services. That means we are implementing projects for the people who would like to implement projects for their organizations for ITSM, HRSD. We have clients from India, we have clients from Canada and United States. So we are also consulting services that we provide the implementation planning for them, and we are also into IT trainings. And there are also IT trainings for the corporate that we provide. For an example, if there are an organization who would like to get their internal employee trained with specific modules, so we have this people, trainers with us who are expert into delivering the corporate trainings with their respective modules. Okay, so we do that as well. Okay, so basically the mission of this workshop and the mission of this hack now is to bridge a gap between the talent and the opportunity in the IT industry. Now, what is happening is like there is a lot of gap where people are not able to get the right platform. Of course, there are multiple channels on the YouTube, but still people are not getting that level of satisfaction because the content that they are looking out is not really that they're getting it. Because when I do the consulting one on one, people are not getting that things on the YouTube where they are expecting. Of course, I don't blame that people, whatever delivering are not up to the mark, they are delivering, but we need some practical oriented, which is nowadays on YouTube, it's ongoing the same thing again and again, again and again. Okay, which people already know all about it. So we are also into corporate training, project support. Okay, there are some people who take the project support. Okay, and basically we are into implementation partner and dedicated like digital transformation for their businesses. Okay, and we provide a training for the certified professionals specialized into like cutting edge enterprises service management. Okay, so let me take you to the next screen. So a very quick introduction about our workshop. It's like we will be focusing on the admin development roles into ServiceNow, okay? And we will be learning here the real world scenarios, what we get as a developer, what we get as an administrator, what we get as a business analyst, okay, in the real world. And we will be gaining the responsibilities in ServiceNow. Many people are like, what are the responsibilities when I work as admin, when I work as a developer? So we will be exploring that as well because everyone has different responsibilities. Freshers, of course, they can join. Students nowadays, many of the colleges are encouraging them to learn ServiceNow as an intern, learn ServiceNow as they are a part of the college. So freshers are also taking a lot of interest in learning ServiceNow. We are also tied with many of the colleges where we are delivering trainings to those people, those college students who are willing to learn ServiceNow for their career. IT professionals looking to switch to ServiceNow admin. Now there might be another crowd, like they are from other background, they are from some different technologies, but that technologies nowadays is getting uh, you know uh, very less openings and very less opportunities. So they are diverting that technologies to ServiceNow because ServiceNow is booming right now in entire world, I can say. Okay, so they are trying to switch from different technologies to admin. These people are also welcome, and anyone who would like to understand how enterprise platform operates, uh, they also can attend. So basically, if you ask me, like, who is not eligible for this program, so especially people who are okay with being left behind as the world moves forward. That means as simple as that, people are moving towards the AI revolution. People are moving towards Gen AI. People are moving towards cloud-based platform. But still we are left behind while other people are going. So if you're not ready to push yourself beyond your comfort zone, so there are many people in this crowd, even myself, sometimes we feel that we are at the comfort zone, what I know, but we have to push ourselves to get out of the comfort zone and to achieve something, we have to do our best. Okay. If you cannot commit spending 10 days for workshop, then this workshop is not really for you, good for you. Because when you have heard about the workshops that people are taking 2 hours, there are some people taking workshop for 3 hours, there are some people who are taking workshop for 8 days, 8 hours, and there are some people taking workshop for 2 days, 3 days. But we are taking workshop for 10 days, 10 working days. That means 2 weeks, Monday to Friday. And this workshop is totally free. We are not charging any money. For your information, that we are not charging any 9 rupees. We are not charging any 100 rupees. No 199. Nothing. It's like totally free. Of course, we have not charged anything for this workshop till now. So if you prefer to sit back and avoid taking actions, that means it is like, it doesn't mean that if it's a free workshop, you just sit, relax, and do your multitasking on your laptop, on your phone. Please do that. Don't do that things, because when we try to address this workshop, that really means that it will mean a lot to you. So don't try to do the multitasking with a laptop and your phone. Try to stick with 1.1 hour, 1.5 hour session continuously for this. Okay, and if you don't believe in digital and automation era, it's really difficult for you, because the entire world, no matter about, I'm not talking about service now, but the entire revolution is going towards the digital availability. So be a part of this, because AI is also into ServiceNow is also into AI. ServiceNow also is into Gen AI, and it's really going to be boom. Okay, at least for 10 years from now, ServiceNow is going to have a very demanding technology into the world. Okay. Okay, so yeah, syllabus for 10 days program. So you might be thinking like, what I will be getting this from Tina in these things. Okay, so let me just walk you through this. Okay, so uh, day one, you will be getting introduction and importance of ServiceNow. Okay, and each session will be 1.5 hours. So we have covered these topics, like what you will be getting. Of course, I will be giving this attachment to you guys as well. Okay, topics, practical, hands-on navigation, ServiceNow interviews. So we have tried to cover almost the basics for the freshers who are new to ServiceNow. ITSM configuration, okay, incident change, problem management, scenario-based question we will be using here, okay. And day three, we will jump on the custom application. We're like using low code plus no code. You guys have might heard about the ServiceNow slogan, no code and low code, which is really one of the best advantage of across every industry. Like people who are really tense or stressed about the coding, that I don't know coding, ServiceNow is the best platform for them to learn with drag and drop method, where they do not require any coding. ServiceNow already has taken care about coding into the backend itself. Okay, you just have to use a template, pre-built components, and just apply your logic and get the output you need as per the stories, as per the requirement of the client. Okay. So we will also give you one example using App Engine Studio, like how we need to do that. Fourth is service catalog, which is one of the highest trend into the market, that every company needs a service catalog and the request management, because without service catalog, no client is running. Every product into the world is running based on the service catalog. So we get around 80% of the stories just from service catalog to manage the service catalog. Okay, best practices in scripting. Scripting is of course needed. It doesn't mean that low code, no code is like everything you can do without scripting, but scripting is also necessary, but at a basic level. Service side scripting, client scripting. Okay, this is very much needed. Okay, a business rule. Okay, you might have heard about a lot of times about business rule, client script, scenario based questions. Okay, when we are done with 5 classes, we will be using the scenario based questions. Okay, seventh is like reports and dashboards. Okay, which is very useful for every organization to keep the track. Transform map, we will be able to learn transform map is one of the important topic. Gen AI tools, will be covering the Gen AI tool about the virtual agent, which is the automated or bot, I can say, where people are using extensively instead of human touch. We are getting the virtual agent. Everyone gives a different name as per the client's requirement, but this is like driving a very high level. AI driven insights, use cases, Gen AI. So Gen AI we are giving just free of cost in the workshop because this is a very high level paid module which is not so popular till now. Okay, and there is no material, there is no content on internet also. Configuring a virtual agent to handle common IT requests. Okay, and Gen AI limitations quiz. We will also having some quiz. So decap will be your recap about all 9 days plus certification guidance. People have a lot of issues and doubts about the certifications, the voucher, and ServiceNow has different method of getting the voucher. It's like we need to pay separately for voucher, separately for on demand. Then that combination will give you that voucher with you. But what if you are not a part of any organization? The voucher will be little costly for you. We will discuss that in later practical mock certification quiz, all topics we will be giving certification, scenario based questions, and additional resource like trending topics, AI driven automation, low code development, mobile first development, enhanced mobile development. Okay, recommendations tweeting, fundamentals, mastering service not scripting. So these are the booklets we also can share it with you. So this is the overall about 10 days workshop we will be covering, and this is the topic you will be getting for this 10 days workshop. So now again coming back to PPT. Okay. So I will not hold too much till me. Okay. And talking about the trainer who will be a part of this entire 10 days workshop will be her name is 𝗣𝗲𝗍. She has 14 years of experience into sorry guys. Uh, so she has 14 years of experience into ServiceNow as well as IT domain. Okay, she is an expert of ITSM. She is an expert of ITOM, discovery, service mapping, CMDB, event management. His experience of integration, REST API, SOAP API. She is expert of ITAM. In ITAM, we come across SAM and HAM, and she is experienced into virtual agent for AI. Okay, so she has implemented a lot of projects from this module, as well as she is also a corporate trainer, which she has taken 65 plus training batches for freshers and experience. And accomplishment that she has gained is like she has conducted 41 successful training workshop like this and helped almost 945 participants to launch their career into service now, no matter it is fresher or it is a experienced developer. Okay, so she is also working as a corporate trainer for MNC companies. As I discussed, like many of the companies reach out to us for a corporate training for this specific model to upgrade their internal employees or within their organization. So she was also part of that MNC companies like Wipro, Tech Mahindra, Cognizant. Okay, so these companies also approach us to give the training to their internal employees because, as you know, like taking training from ServiceNow is very costly, which costs around like $2,400, $2,000 for one person, and that too in this amount they are giving training just for 3 days, live instructor-led class, so which is very expensive. So, so some organizations can't afford these expenses, which is very costly. So they come to us and get trainings for this crowd. Okay, so this is something about the trainers, and last but not least is like uh, just to revise once again, the classes will be from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. Okay, I know the reason I'm emphasizing this IST is there are some people who have joined from other locations as well, from United States, UK, and Canada. So for them, the timing is in Indian Standard Time. Okay, so you need to calculate the timings as per your location. So this will be a time that we will be conducting our workshop, and duration will be 1.5 hours daily, Monday to Friday, which starts from 20th of Jan. It will end by 31st of January. So this is the thing, and of course, every day, join 5 minute session before every day. And of course, there are WhatsApp group created. All the communication will be in that group. So people who have not joined that, please try to join that group and get all the communications that are getting delivered from us. Okay. Of course, a group is open. You can drop your queries there if you have any issues or any doubts. We will try to clarify. Our admin team will do that. And almost it's like 8:30, so we have to wind up this session by 9:30. So I know today is the first day, so probably this 30 minutes is taken by me. From tomorrow onwards, it will be a pure technical discussion from 8 to 9:30. So uh, I'll just hand it over the things to my trainer, and she will take and she'll start the first session. But before I start a session with her, just make sure that you pay a proper attention and uh, the class be active and interactive, and ask your doubts whenever you have, so that she also feel good when answering to them. Okay. So all right, guys. So I'll just hand it over to you, D'Souza. So over to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tausif. Thanks for the introduction. Thanks for the things what all we are covering in the next 10 days. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. How are you people? You can just drop a message in the chat. How are you people doing? Good, bad, excellent, great. Okay, it's good to see. Let's make this session more interactive instead of like me just teaching and you people. I'm not sure like whether you people are listening to me or like Tausif said, like you people are busy in the other works. Okay, let's make this class more interactive. So whatever the questions you have, you can just post in the same chat. So I'll be seeing that chat like whenever I have the questions popped up, I'll be able to answer that questions. Okay, so let's start the session. Let's not waste the time. Let's start the session. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Uh, can you people see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, that's great. So how many of you know what is ServiceNow? So might be like you are coming for the training. So most probably you could have seen something about this ServiceNow. What is this training and all, right? Like, can you people just drop some messages in the chat? Like, what do you understand by the word ServiceNow? Or what is ServiceNow? Did you people hear about it before? Or this is the first time you're hearing? You can just ping in the chat like what you understand by the name ServiceNow. Great. It's an ITSM tool. Yes, you're right. Yes, it's a cloud-based platform which provides IT services. Great. That's right. Okay. So as you people told, like it's ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform. Okay. And it is also an ITSM tool. You're right. Okay, so as you people told, it's not only an ITSM tool. We can do so many things. Okay, we can do so many operations. We can do so many things using this service now. Okay, so there were many tools in the market, many tools in the market. Almost like the service now has started. I remember that like it started around 2003. I started using ServiceNow from 2013. Okay, that from that time till now, almost like I can say 90 to 95% of the organizations, not only the IT field, okay, maybe the healthcare, maybe the e-com, okay, wherever you see, okay, almost all of the organizations are using ServiceNow directly or indirectly. It's not something like everyone has to use the service now end to end. Some will be using just for the data entry. They don't know what is happening in the backend. They'll just enter the data. That's it. Some will just use to track the data. They don't know like where the data is stored and all those things. They'll just track the data. Okay, so like the usage of this service now is vast. Okay, and also it is going on increasing day by day. Okay, any one of you can just tell me why the boom of service now is not decreasing and it's still increasing? Any idea? Any idea like why service now is going on increasing in the market? Like the reputation of this tool is going on increasing and it's not down, because there were so many tools, right? There were so many tools which came up after this also, but still the service now is in a boom. Automation which increases efficiency, you're right. Organization, upgrades, yes. Upgrades, ease to use, infrastructure management, low code, no code, yes. It's an enterprise wide solution, yes. So it is something like we have so many features in service now, and at each and every stage, it tries to increase its efficiency. Okay, so at each and every upgrade, okay, after each and every upgrade, like it tries to upgrade it according to the market standards. Say for example, like the AI has came up, so that's why it has introduced something called as a virtual agent. Okay, now the Microsoft like the ChatGPT, Copilot, so many AI tools are coming up. So in the new release, that is nothing but the Xenado release. What it has done, it has integrated the service now with Microsoft Copilot. How many of you know this? How many of you know this, that Microsoft Copilot is integrated with ServiceNow? Great, Sayed. How many of you used Copilot? For the people who didn't use Copilot, it is something like a chat GPT tool or a AI tool. Okay, for whatever the questions you have, might be the, what I can say, might be the basic question or might be the complex question. So for all the questions, you will be you'll get all the answers. You might have said like you'll be getting answers in Google also. Yes, you're right, but you'll be getting it in a like you'll be getting like four almost like 10 to 20 sites which popped up, and again you need to open it and you need to see all those. But in this chat GPT or Microsoft or any of these AI tools, so once you enter like whatever you want, say for example, if you want to write a professional email for seeking the job, okay, so you can just type it. So you will be getting like, let's see. Okay, so I'm telling you about Microsoft Copilot, right? In the same way, we have many other tools. Let's say ChatGPT. Okay. You can just prompt a message. Say, for example, you want to prepare a resume. Okay. prepare a resume. Let's say for 4 years of experience as ServiceNow developer. Okay. Who has worked in 2 different companies and has experience in ITSM and ITAM. Okay. Let's see the magic. So you'll be getting the complete resume here. Okay, end to end. So for the people who don't know, like what is this AI tools like the ChatGPT or the Microsoft Copilot, whatever it might be. Okay, so this is the magic which is going to happen there. You can get end to end things here. In the same way. So right from searching for the job till the interview clearance, you can use this AI tools. Okay, so the ServiceNow has integrated, still it's coming up, okay, the projects, and it will be telling us about the projects, everything. So this AI tools is integrated with the ServiceNow to enhance its functionality. Okay. So it has integrated for the Microsoft. We have this Copilot tool. Okay, ChatGPT is developed by some other vendor. We have something called as a Gemini, which is developed by some other vendor. Okay, so there are different AI tools. Okay, and that is getting integrated with the ServiceNow to enhance its functionality. And also, like we have seen so many chatbots also, right? Chatbots, or what we can say as the virtual assistants. So whenever you open any site nowadays, we are seeing that virtual assistant there, which will be giving us like end to end, whatever the questions you have, you'll be just typing in that virtual assistant and it will be giving us the answers. Okay, so even that virtual assist is integrated, like integrated with ServiceNow as something called as a virtual agent. Okay, so even if the agent is not available, usually the agents will work from 9 to 5 or sometimes it's round the clock. And in order to reduce the cost of the company, okay, we can make use of this virtual assistants or the virtual agent in ServiceNow to be specifically. So what we can do is we can just make the users to work for 12 hours, and the remaining 12 hours we can feed the data into the virtual agent. So whatever the questions which the users will be asking, it will be able to answer. You must have seen this virtual assistants in almost all the sites. Nowadays, we are seeing it in, say, for example, if you go for the banking sites, for the HDFC Bank, you can see something called as the EVA. And for Amazon Assist is there. Like everywhere for almost all the sites, we are seeing this virtual agents. Okay, so that virtual agent is also integrated with the ServiceNow, so that like whatever you have the query, say for example, you have raised you have an issue. Okay, and if you want to raise an incident, even in the organizations, we are getting the chatbots, which is getting integrated with the Microsoft Teams, even in our organizations. So instead of like going and checking like where is this, and say for example, if you're a new person who has onboarded to that company, and say for example, if you want to know the leave policy, okay, so instead of asking for the other person's help or asking the HR about the documents and all, you can just type that in the chatbot, which is integrated with the Microsoft Teams there. So automatically you'll be getting all the documents popped up. So you can just verify those documents. There is like, it's not necessary to ask anyone. You yourself can just do it. Okay. So even this feature has been integrated with the ServiceNow. So the main thing why the people are back of this ServiceNow and why the people are using the ServiceNow is, like as you people told, you're right, it's getting upgraded. Okay, at each and every upgrade, it tries to use the new functionalities. Okay, whatever the standards or whatever the things which are coming in the market, it try to upgrade it accordingly. Okay, and for every year, it will there will be an upgrade from ServiceNow, and apart from upgrade, it will be having some patches and hot fixes also. So whenever you have any issues, okay, so you can just write to the ServiceNow and it will respond to you, and it will try to produce a patch like with the solution for that particular issue with the help of the patches and the hot fixes. Okay, and at the same time, like you will be having a developer instance for free. Okay, developer instance which you can create it for free on almost like all the ITSM tasks. I can say 99% of the ITSM tasks. Okay, ITSM task you will be able to do it using the developer instance. Okay, so the person who just want to learn the service now, okay, it's not needed for them to install some application or install some like API files and get that done. No need of all those things. The only simple thing which he can do is similar to the Gmail account. He can just create the ServiceNow account. With that ServiceNow account, he will be able to log into that instance, work on it end to end. It looks very similar to the organization instance, whatever we have. Okay, like you can practice it on that. Okay, so that is one of the advantage which this service now has. And like as you people told, yes, you're right. It's a cloud-based tool. As it is a cloud-based tool, we don't have any maintenance there. Yes, we don't have any maintenance. So the only thing is, so whatever the server maintenance, okay, maintenance is like I'm speaking about the server maintenance. We no need to maintain any servers at our end. Okay, the only thing which we'll be doing is we will be installing mid server. Okay, we'll talk about these things in the later part. So the mid server is something just a exe file which we will be installing in one of the system, and that will act as a server in order to connect to the cloud which the service now has. Okay, so if I say like we will be able to store the data in the cloud. Okay, so I told that like it's a cloud based tool and you can store the data in the cloud. So what is the first question you will be getting? I'm telling you that like you can store your entire organization's data in the cloud. So what should be the first question you should be getting? Cost, yes. Safety, yes. Secure, is the data secure? Yes, you're right. Cost, anyways, it's the organization. Okay, we are not paying it from our pockets, so definitely like we are not if it is the big organization, it will not worry much about the cost. And anyways, I'll tell you about that cost also. Okay, the storage is also fine based. Like if you are able to spend much, then you can get whatever the storage you want. Security is the main concern. Okay, so the security, so the ServiceNow tool has an encrypted security. Okay, 256-bit encrypted security. So it's like the highest end security. Okay, 256-bit security. Okay, so where like everything, whatever the data which is related to our organization, it is more secured. Okay, so for each and every organization, what will be happening is it will be maintaining the data in a place where only the person from that organization will be able to access it, and there will be an encryption which is happening to that using this mid servers and all. Okay, no one else can easily access the data. And at the same time, like say for example, if you lost any data, or by mistakenly you have deleted some data, so there will be a backup which is happening at the service now. There will be some incremental backup which is happening. Okay, so whenever you lose any data, or whenever you have some system crash during that time, so you are uploading some data, so no worries. So it will be having the incremental backup. For the people who don't know, incremental backup is something like, say for example, you have done some backup of data. So the next day, again, it will take the backup of the new data, whatever is happening, or if you have done any updates in the existing data, even that will be backed up. Okay. So the backup will be happening for the backup will be happening. So whenever you lose any data, you can just get the data back from this incremental backup. Okay. And also, apart from these things, I told you it's a developer instances there, the upgradation is happening, and every year it is releasing patches on hot fixes. The developer instance it is providing, and the incremental backup is there. And apart from this, it also has something called as a community. Okay. The ServiceNow community. So here the ServiceNow community is something like the people from all over the world will be part of this community. Okay, so whatever the version you post there, max to max, like it will be taking 30 minutes, not more than that. At least your question will get answered by 30 minutes. Okay, within 30 minutes only your query will get answered mostly. Okay, so because like even if you're from India and the US from a person from USA will be still working there. Okay, so based on that they'll be updating the comments. So whenever you post any question, if you have any query, you can just post the question in that ServiceNow community and your question will get answered. Okay, and apart from that, you also have something called as a ServiceNow learning sites. Okay, so from where you will be having some resources where you can make use of that resources and just try to practice the thing using this ServiceNow learning. Okay, so these are the so many advantages. Okay, apart from like every tool is getting upgraded, and at the same time like every tool is trying to maintain its sustainability to by upgrading it and at the same time integrating it with the different tools. Here the ServiceNow has the speciality of all this, so that's the reason it is in the market and the people are still using it. Okay, so let's take a simple example. Okay, let's take an example where we are using this service now. Okay. I think like many of you had placed some orders in the Flipkart in this big billion days, Amazon days, so many things are happening, right? So you people have placed so many orders there. Okay. So whenever you place any order in the Flipkart, right? Whenever you place any order in the Flipkart, so what will happen? Say, for example, I want to purchase a mobile. I want to purchase an iPhone. Okay, so what is the first thing you'll do there when you want to purchase a mobile from some, say, any of the e-commerce site? What is the first thing which you'll be doing? Yes, search for the mobile, right? You'll search for that particular mobile, whatever you want to purchase. Okay, initially what we want to purchase is, it is just like a Samsung mobile, which costs around like, let's say 25K. Okay, so what will happen is we'll search for the product. After searching for the product, so there will be some suggestions. Okay, there will be some suggestions which will be popping up saying, apart from the Samsung, you have something called as a OnePlus, which is better than this, which has better performance. Okay, there the cost will increase to 30K. And then again, there will be one more suggestion. Okay, saying that like we have something called as an iPhone, which is just coming for almost like 64, 128 GB thing. Like if you want to purchase it, it's just coming for 50,000 or something like that. Okay, so what will happen is you will be searching for a single item. Okay, you'll be searching for a single item due like because of the AI. Because of the AI, what's happening is it will try to get all the suggestions which are related to the mobile and which will go on increase our budget. Okay, initially I thought of buying any mobile with 25K, but I end up buying an iPhone with 50K. How many of you have experience in this? Say yes or no. Many of you, right? So this is the thing. Like we thought of buying it like only for 25K, but so many suggestions will come up, and at the same time like we will be having much more functionality, and which will end up buying an iPhone kind of thing. Yes, Sumit, you're right. Okay. So even I was in that thing. Okay. So it is something like here what is happening is we are just searching for the mobile Samsung mobile, but the results which will come up is not the exact results. It will give us all kinds of mobiles. So we will go on search for the functionalities. Okay, comparison. So this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, and which will increase our thing. Okay, so here what's happening is AI is used, and based on the suggestions and all, it will try to increase. Okay, then as you people told, yes, I had finally I thought of buying an iPhone, which is of 50K, and I added to the cart. Okay, once I add to the cart, what's the next step which I do? So I'll just add to the cart, then I'll go to buy. Okay, or order now or buy now. Once I go to the buy now, then what will be the next step? I'll be giving some details there, payment details. Okay, once I give the payment details, the next step is order is placed, right? Once the order is placed, okay, once the order is placed, is something like at each and every stage, once the order is placed, so he'll be saying like you will be getting it within two working days or 2 days or something like that. Okay, so at each and every step you will be getting some notifications or emails, right? Notifications or emails, whatever you call it as. Okay, so do you feel that someone will sit in front of system and send you email? Say, for example, let's say this Aditya had purchased some mobile. Okay, let's send him notification. Is there any person sitting there and doing it? Then how will it happen? I'm getting answers from only 4 to 5 people. Yeah, just make it more interactive. I'm not the teacher and you're not like a something student kind of thing. Okay, let's be more interactive and make the class more uh, fun kind of thing. Okay, so yes, Lakshman. So here what will happen is there will be some notifications which will get triggered. Okay, so based on the event is nothing but order is placed. Okay, so that is some event which is happening. So based on that, like the emails are sending out. Okay, so this is where the emails will be sending out. So here, what is happening in between? So ideally, you could have seen, okay, you could have seen whenever you're placing an order, so there will be so many vendors who will be sending it. And sometimes the price of the vendors also may vary. Usually these things will happen whenever you are purchasing in a sale, okay, but sitting at night 12 o'clock. Okay, you will try to place the order. Okay, but by the time when you come to the payment and all, it's like no more and the vendor has changed or it's not in stock or something like that. What will happen here is, say for example, when you place any order, okay, say for example, when you place any order, let's say from the vendor ABC. Okay, so what will happen is the system will go, okay, and it will be checking whether this vendor has the mobile available with him or not. Okay, say for example, if there are 10 mobiles, okay, and like if the 11 people has placed the order at the same time, so what will happen? Only for the 10 people, it will be able to provide, and for the 11th person, it should say out of stock. Okay, so what should happen is it should update the inventory. Okay, based on the number of pieces they order, the updation of the inventory should also happen. So once the inventory has happened, then the payment page and all these things will be happening. Okay, so the main thing here is whenever we place an order, the inventory should also be auto calculated and say whether the item is available or not. There will be no person sitting in front of the system and saying that like whenever someone has purchased mobile -1, other purchase mobile -1, these things will not happen. So everything will be done automatically. Okay, so if you believe it or not, got? Okay, so all these functionalities can be achieved using this service. Okay, with the service now, we can design a catalog. The service catalog, what Tausif was telling you people before. Okay, service catalog is nothing but a Flipkart page or any e-commerce site page here. Nothing more than that. Okay, so whenever you place an order, your order will be done, and then the order is placed, the notification. So whatever the notifications at each and every stage, there will be some notification based on the trigger. What is trigger? It is nothing but order is placed. It's a trigger there, right? Whenever the order is placed, it's a trigger. So based on that, there will be an email notifications which will be sent to the users. Okay, so like knowingly or unknowingly, we are using the service now there. And at the same time, let's go to something like, okay, let's take an example of the HR onboarding. Okay, before what used to happen, like, I can say some years back. Okay, so ideally, like we have to fill the form, the manager need to fill the form. So based on that, like, let's talk. Okay, so now let's say like HR is onboarding. Yes, the workflow is running. You're right. Okay, so all those things will come under the workflow. We'll talk more technically when we go deep into the service catalog and all. Okay, so let's say HR onboarding. So whenever you join any new company, okay, so what are the initial steps which you people will do? Reply. Whenever you onboard any company, yes, the offer letter background check will be done from the HR end. Yes, you're right. Okay, the ID card, the document check. Yes, the laptop, document submit if there is any ID card issues, assets, yes. Okay, so as part of the onboarding, there are so many things. Okay, so initially, the document check needs to happen. Okay, if there are any documents which are like a fault and all. When we have joined any company, like say before 15 years or something like that, what they used to do is they have to like, they will be taking like almost a complete day to validate all the documents, whether the documents are clear or whether the documents are there or not. Now, what's happening is they are just using the service now to onboard the people. Okay, say for example, I got the offer letter. Okay, even the offer letters, like for the what I can say, in order not, they're not sending it in emails nowadays. Okay, they're just publishing it in their sites. Whenever you log in with your credentials, you will be able to download that offer letter. Okay, so what is happening is all your documents, okay, and at the same time, all your whatever the details, your first name, last name, everything, your email ID. Okay, whenever you join any company, even the email ID will get generated, right? Okay, so whenever you enter the first name, last name, and create a ServiceNow account, okay, so there it will ask us to upload all the documents. Okay, so based on the documents and all, it will be validating. Okay, once it validates all the document, it will try to create your email address. So before you join, before the first day of your job, your email address would have been created. Okay, you will be getting that email address once you join the company. They'll be saying that like you can just check your email address, what is getting generated. Initially, they'll ask us to onboard using this Gmail account. Okay, once you fill all the details, then your email account will also get created for the organization, and you will be able to see all that employee ID, email account. Say, for example, if you are using any share drive, everything, each and every detail you will be able to see in that site, the ServiceNow site itself. Before, what used to happen is they used to fill the documents. Okay, and it's the responsibility of the manager to fill the documents. Once the documents are filled, it needs to go to the HR department. They'll be validating all the documents. Once the document validation is happening, they used to send emails to all the people saying, for say, for example, if it is like the first thing is ID creation, right? For the ID creation, there should be some email which is sent to one person. Then it should be like email creation. Okay, then say for example, if he is a remote user, okay, there should be some VPN which should get created. And if he is working from office, there should be some desk which should be allotted to him. And also at the same time, the desktop or laptop or these things are like mandatory things which they used to do like each and every step. Okay, so nowadays what's happening is everything is happening automatically using the help of the ServiceNow tool and with the help of workflow automation. Okay, once the details are entered, is entered. With those details, it will be able to run the workflow end to end. Okay, and which had made even the HR's job easier and the onboarding people. Okay, on the onboarding people who used to verify all these documents and all, even their job also became more easier. Okay, so like this is one of the other wait for the service now. Okay, let's say if you go to any let's say any diagnostic center. Okay, before what used to happen, like if you get any test done, any medical test done, okay, so like you need to wait for the reports until and unless you get the reports, you cannot go to the doctor and all. Nowadays, nothing like that. You can just like your reports are digitalized. Okay, you can just carry the digital reports and you can go to the doctor. No need to go to the diagnostic center again and check with them whether the reports has come. Please give me the reports and all this stuff is not at all happening. And by the next time, like say after 6 months, okay, no need to store that reports physically also. After 6 months, like if you go to the same diagnostic center and if they are, they'll just ask your phone number. Okay, if you just give your phone number, all the details will pop up there, right? All the details will pop up with all your medical history also. Okay. So everything is digitalized. How is it getting digitalized? With tools. Okay. So that is the power of these tools. Say, for example, in this diagnostic medical records and all, they will be using the ServiceNow tool. Okay. But they'll use ServiceNow tool just to store the data, retrieve the data. Nothing more than that. In this HR onboarding, they'll just try to use the data for uploading of the documents, verification of the documents, and creation of all these things. That's it. And here for this Flipkart, they'll be using only for maintaining the cart, okay, and like sending the notifications and like the vendor things, only these, okay. So based on the requirement of the vendors, they can use however they want this service now. Okay, and even the speed, okay, the speed of this service now is like within seconds you'll get the things done. If you do that manually, there mostly there will be a chances of getting any errors, but in service now you don't have that at all. Okay, and everything in the service now is stored in the form of a tables. Whatever the data in the service now is stored in the form of a tables. Okay, and say for example, if you have a organizations who has almost like 100,000 users. Okay, all that users information and their and their locations, everything is stored in service now in the form of a tables. Okay, and like whatever the configurations you have, okay, whatever the configurations you have in your organization, say routers, servers, IP routers, or whatever it might be, all will be stored in a place called as the configuration management database. Okay, so like these are the different ways, okay, how we will be using the service now. Now let's go into the service now page, okay, and let us do it. How many of you has created an instance? Just say yes, no. How many of you has the instance, service now developer instance? Great. Yeah, it's a good count. It's a good count. So many of you have already created an instance. That's great. Okay, for the people who has not created an instance, okay, so it's very simple. What you can do is you can just, I'll just show you the page. Okay, so you can just go to the developer.service-now.com. Okay, so this is the page, developer.servicenow.com. You can just go here, and if you don't have an account, okay, just click on this first. It is as simple as creating a Gmail account, nothing much. Okay, you can just if you have an account, you can get that account, or if you don't have an account, you can get a ServiceNow ID. I already have the account, so I'll just try to log in. Okay. You people can just try creating the accounts if you don't have the account. Okay, and let me know if you people face any issues. I'll just give you like 5 minutes so that you people can just try to create the accounts, whoever don't have the account, and you people can let me know like if you people have faced any issues there. Okay, I'm back. So, did any one of you faced any issues? I see, Syed, no issues. Okay, I feel that like everyone is able to create the instance. Okay, so the latest version which we have now is the Xanadu. Okay. And we also like Xanadu instance, and we also got something called as a Yokohama. Okay. But that instance is not available for the developers right now. But this that is available for the early users. Okay. We have something called as the early users. Like if you could have used some softwares, okay, there will be some beta version which will be available, right? So where like the people can just test it, and if they have any issues they can just post that here in the same way. Okay, only for the early users we have something called as a Yokohama version. Okay, but that is not live for all the users. So it's better to create an instance with the latest version. So once you have come into this page, so the next thing which you'll be able to see here is this one. Okay, so here this is something like the instance status, whether it's online, offline, and the release version which I have is the Xanadu version. Okay, and by default the ServiceNow will give us like in the admin role. Okay, and the App Engine Studio, Creator Studios, the ServiceNow Studio I have not installed. The remaining studios are installed by default. And we have something called as the plugins here. If you want to activate any plugin, okay, if you want to, plugins are something like the applications. Okay, it's something like apps in the Google Play Store or App Store. Okay. So for some of the modules to work, Okay, we definitely need some applications or apps or plugins in the ServiceNow terminology to be installed. Okay, only when you install that plugins, you will be able to work on that this one. Okay, if you want to just click on that, you can just click on that, and these are the different plugins which we have it. Okay, and if you want to activate it, you can just click on activate, and that activation will be done. And the next comes the email properties. Okay, so this is where like the enable email sending and receiving. Say for example, if you want to receive any notifications from the service now, then definitely you have to enable this. If you disable this, it is something like subscribe and unsubscribe emails in our usually whenever we receive any emails from any marketing sites or any sites. Okay, at the down you would have seen something called as the unsubscribe to this, like if you don't want to receive the emails, or if you want to receive the email, subscribe. Okay, so this button is similar to that subscribe and unsubscribe thing. Okay, and then we have something called as the release instance. Okay, so here there are two things which you need to remember. Okay, whenever you create any developer instance, there are two things which are happening. One is you will be having the developer account. Okay, and the other is you will be getting an instance. Developer account is something like which will be available to learn any documents or these all things I told you, right? Like whenever you want to connect to the community or whether you have any learning, whatever you want to do. Okay, for all those things, the developer instance is available. Instance is nothing but like where you want to work. Okay, so this instance is something like if you have not used it for 10 days, let's say the 10 days of inactivity will release your instance. The developer account will be there, but this instance will not be available. So what you can do is you can just go log into this developer account and request for a new instance. Okay. So say for example, if your instance is not working properly and if you want to release your instance, so this is the place where you can release your instance giving your option. Okay. And then the change the user role. Okay, admin is the highest role. And if you just want to create the app engine studios, okay, I will talk about that tomorrow. Okay, if you want to do that, we can only that way. If you want to do, you can just do using this app engine studio creator. But this admin is the highest privilege. Okay, if you have this role as admin, you can do whatever you want: creation, updation, deletion, whatever you want. Okay, then comes this remove demo data. Remove demo data is nothing but for our practice and all, the ServiceNow will give us the demo data also. Okay, it's a say some list of users or some list of records or something like that. Okay, so for a real-time organization, we don't want all that demo data. Okay, we want the actual data. So if you are requesting it for a, let's say for the organization, we will remove this demo data, or otherwise we can just keep this demo data. Reset and wipe instance, it's the same. Like if you just want to keep the instance name, okay, and if you want to delete the data, it is something like resetting of your phone. Okay, so it is something like that. And if you want to change the password, this is the one. And if you want to upgrade the instance, okay, so this is the latest one. If you I'm in scenario patch 3. If I want to upgrade it to patch 4, I can just do it. Okay, view history. History is nothing but like it will tell us whenever I have graded and all those. Get instance help when I want any help about the personal developer guide or any instance with the help, or get help, like that is the community forums which I told you. Okay, whatever help I want, I can just do this. And like one more advantage here in the service now is something like no need of you taking care of this upgrade. Okay, upgradation will be taken care by the ServiceNow team itself. Okay, upgradation will be taken care by a team called ServiceNow High Team. Okay, so High Team is something like a ServiceNow support team. Okay, who will take care of this upgradation, and if you have any data loss issues, they'll be taking care. And if you have any issues in ServiceNow, okay, it's reach the High Team. You can reach the High Team by raising by opening the portal, and you can raise a case over there. Okay, it's something like the ticket which you will be raising there. Okay. So let's go into the instance. So as I told you, there are two things. One is the developer instance and one is the instance. As I have already logged into the developer instance, now it's the time for me to log into this instance. Okay, so this is the place where you will be seeing this instance. Okay, so this instance is something like if you want, you can customize your instance however you want. Okay, you can customize your instance. Say, for example, if you want to change the logo, or if you want to change this color, or if you want to change the background color, if you want to change the theme, okay, all the things you will be able to do it using this uh, inside this page. Okay, it can be customized however you want. So what I'll do is I'll just change the basic configuration. Okay, here you can see, can you people just open the instance and let me know like what logo you people are seeing here? Yes, it's better to start with the Xanadu because the Washington or the Vancouver or the previous versions. Okay, so it's better to always learn the new version. Okay, yes, the ServiceNow page. Okay, you are seeing the ServiceNow logo. Say, for example, if you want to use it for the organization, okay, you need to change this logo. So here is the place that is nothing but the basic configuration. If you just type in something called as a basic configuration, you will be getting this. And here you will be UI 16 page. So UI 16 is the latest page which you will be seeing. So need to change in this UI 16 page, and here you can change all that logo. And at the same time, like, so whenever you hover your cursor on this, you are seeing something called as the snow ITSM, right? So that also you'll be able to change it. See, page header caption. I have made it as ITSM. Let me make it as IT service management. Okay, it's no, let me make it as service now. Okay, and if I want to change the image, I can just upload a new image, anything from here. Okay, and I can just upload that image. Time format, background color, banner text color, whatever the colors. And at the same time, like if you want to change the theme, okay, whatever I want, I can just change it in this place and click on save. It is similar to your phone settings, whatever you change there, the same way you can change your settings here also. Okay, and like here, this page, okay, this complete ServiceNow page is divided into three parts. Okay, one is the banner, the headings wherever you are seeing. Okay, so that is called as the banner. Okay, and like when you see here, here you are seeing some things, right? Yes. Here, like whenever you click on anything, you are seeing some options, right? This is called as the navigator frame. Okay, banner frame, navigator frame. Okay, let's say I just want to change the password. What I can do, I can just go to this all and click on change password. Okay, and if I open this, I'll be redirecting to the different page. This page, the redirection, okay, whatever the page which you, when you click on some page, you're redirecting to some other page called, right? That is nothing but the content frame. Okay, so these are some of the pages, like the whole ServiceNow page, ServiceNow is divided into three things. One is the banner, okay, and the other is the content frame. Okay, this is the header, okay, header or banner, and then like this is the content frame. Whatever you try to open, the content will be coming up, and this is called as the navigator. Okay, navigator is nothing but like whenever you want to navigate to some page, you can just do that. Okay, so this is the navigator page. Okay, and at the same time we have something called as update sets and all. Okay, but like these are the things like which you have to remember whenever you open the ServiceNow page. uh, Usually, like if you want to change any banners and all, you can just go to this basic configuration UI 16 and change the there. And like if you want to change the password, you can click on change dot password. And also, like say for example, I just want to see like what is my configuration. Okay, I just need to type in something called as a stats.do. Okay, once I type in this, I'll be getting the complete information about it. Okay, complete information about my instance, what is my instance name, which node it is connected to. Okay, this is the node which is at the ServiceNow end. Okay, for this node, my particular instance got connected. The build name is 𝗪𝗏. Okay, when is it built? It is built like I have started it on 11th. Okay, what is this build tag? What is the instance name, instance ID, node ID, instance status? Okay, everything, all the information. Okay, now let's go to this. Okay, so introduction, what is ServiceNow? What are the benefits? Why is ServiceNow? Let's see one by one. So what is ServiceNow? As we have already told you, it's a cloud-based platform that provides suite of applications. Like if you want to manage any of the services, let's say HR process or customer interactions or whatever it might be, you will be able to do it using the ServiceNow. The ServiceNow is a software platform that supports ITSM, ITBM. There were so many things which the ServiceNow will support, and it works as a platform as a service. Okay, and it was founded in 2003 by Fred Luddy, and these are the list of people who has founded it. Okay, and like it's a US tool. Okay, Santa Clara, California, it was done. So it's a service now. It's IT service management tool designed as per the ITL guidelines. Okay, so in the ITL guidelines, we'll talk more about this ITL guidelines in the next class, because we'll be talking about the incident change and all. Okay, that time we'll talk, we can elaborate this ITL. So it's a cloud-based platform with one user interface and one data model. And at the same time, like the main vision, okay, why they have built the service now, as I told you, like it should be something like a cloud-based platform. Okay, and also like it should be able to perform all the functionalities. Okay, so that's the reason, the benefits, it's hosted in the cloud, so no need of maintenance for us. It's based on ITL. ITL is nothing but the standards, okay, software standards. So it's based on that, and it is customizable, as I already told you, and it has some data confidentiality and integrity. And also like it has the improved operational tracking. Okay, we can track whatever we want using the service now. Continuity of service, we will not face any issues whenever when the service now is down. I showed you the cluster there, right? So it will be automatically changed to the other cluster, will not face any issues in the service now. On demand ITSM, customer self-service, powerful reporting, even we can do the reporting using service now. Who uses ServiceNow? Employees will use ServiceNow, IT support staff, administrators, implementers, developers. But the thing is, like how, as I told you, like based on their requirements or based on their businesses, they'll be using it. It's not necessary that the person has to use from end to end. Okay, only the developers knows from end to end, but the employees and IT support staff will just use it as an end user tool. That's it. Who can learn ServiceNow? There are no prerequisites saying that like this person should learn ServiceNow, this person should learn ServiceNow, because like based on the trainings, like okay, I have taken almost like extensive number of trainings. In all those trainings, like there are people from non-technical background also, and by end of the training, they got the confidence and they are also able to crack the job. Okay, they are also able to crack the job by learning the ServiceNow. So it's not necessary that like you have to be from the computer science background and you have to learn this, then only you will be able to grab the things, because like the thing in service now, it's low code, no code. Okay, no one is like, it's nothing like you have to write the code end to end. Everything will be auto populated, pre-populated. And the key features, as I told you, the 𝗪𝗏 is the latest version which we are using. And this 𝗪𝗏, we have something called as the enhanced AI capabilities. We have different interfaces. Even the automation tools are there. Okay, so it mainly concentrates in this 𝗪𝗏 version. It mainly concentrates on ITSM, HR, and customer service management tools. Okay, so here, like the main motto of this 𝗪𝗏 release is something like it mainly concentrated on AI. As I told you, even the Copilot is integrated, Microsoft Copilot is integrated with 𝗪𝗏, and it has some collaborative features, something like it has advanced analytics and reporting, improved process, and even the cases. Like if you have any issues, you'll be raising the cases, right? That case management has also improved a lot, and even the experience, like how you are viewing your pages, how we want to modify that pages, even that changed a lot. Okay, so the ITSM enhancements, as I told you, with the scenario release, it mainly concentrates on ITSM. Okay, so because like most of the organizations, like say for example, as I told you, like 95% of the organizations are started using ServiceNow. In that 95%, 90% of the organizations, like ITSM is the base. Okay, so that is something like the alphabets kind of thing, where on that you can build the other things. So ITSM, like it mainly tries to enhance its functionalities, and it tries to, as I told you, the predictive analytics. Okay, so whenever you have any issue, say for example, you're not able to password reset, so automatically the knowledge documents regarding the password reset will pop up in your page. Okay, so that predictive analysis is also happening. And because of all this, like the customer satisfaction will be there. As I told you, the HR management, okay, it mainly concentrates on the human resource management also, and it which will streamline all the processes. Okay, whatever the task which they want to do, it will streamline all the processes, and it's easy for them. Similar the customer service management, because like when you're dealing with the service desk and all, okay, they have to be really quick. Okay, the system has to be really quick, where they can retrieve the data, and like where they need to get the, whenever they ask any question, they have to be really quick to answer those questions. Okay, you think that all the customer service executives will know end to end? No. Okay, they'll be pulling the data from the knowledge base, and they'll try to answer your questions. Okay. And then the benefits of 𝗪𝗏 release, as I told you, it mainly concentrates on three things, and there were some what I can say, many benefits in this 𝗪𝗏 release, and it mainly concentrates on the AI, which is booming in the market. Like as I told you, like 𝗪𝗏 release of a ServiceNow is something like a game changer. Okay, mainly for this ITSM, HR, and customer service modules. Okay, which will increase the business performances also. Okay, now let's play a quiz. The first question: what is the primary function of ServiceNow? You people can just post it either A, B, C, D. Yes, it's cloud-based workflow automation platform. Okay, like if I zoom it, 1 minute, I'll not be able to see the answers. So that's the reason I have zoomed out. But let me do it. Any people see now? Okay, so the next question: which of this is a core ITSM process supported by ServiceNow? Sales forecasting, incident management, marketing campaign automation, financial accounting. Yes, you're right. It's an incident management. Okay, and the next question: what is a table in ServiceNow? A visual representation of data in a chart, collection of records. Yes, this is a collection of records similar to a database table. Yes, you're right. What does CMDB stands for? I think like we have discussed this. Yeah, you people are fabulous. All the answers are correct. It's great. Yes, it's a configuration management database. CMDB stands for configuration management database. Then the next one, uh, which of the following is a key benefit of using workflows in ServiceNow? Manual task execution, reduced automation, standardized and automated process, increased data entry errors. Yes, you're right. It's standardized and automated process. Next, what is the key focus of the ServiceNow Xanadu release regarding automation? Manual scripting, AI-driven automation, decreased workflow capabilities, removal of automation features. Yes, AI-driven automation. How does Xanadu release enhance the user experience? By introducing a more complex user interface, by simplifying and modernizing the UI, by removing personalization options, by limiting mobile accessibility. Yes, you're right. It's by simplifying and modernizing the UI. Which Xanadu feature empowers citizen developers? Enhanced reporting capabilities, AI-powered virtual agents, low-code development, increased reliance of complex coding. Yes, even this has good, yeah. All the answers are correct. I'm not sure like from where you are getting all these answers. I don't know, like it's great. What is the role of virtual agent in ServiceNow, especially enhanced in Xanadu? To manage the server infrastructure, to provide automated conventional support, to create database backups, to generate financial reports. Yes, this is also right. It's to provide automated conversational support. What is the key advantage of ServiceNow cloud-based architecture? It's limited accessibility, on-premise hardware maintenance, scalability and accessibility from anywhere, dependency on physical service all time. Yes, this is also right. It's scalability and accessibility from anywhere. That's great. Almost like all the answers are correct. Okay. So this is the end of today's class. Do you people have any questions? You can just post in the chat. Okay. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you
Okay.
all. Thank you so much
All
for your
right.
time.
1 minute. So guys, whoever has not joined the group, WhatsApp group, please join this WhatsApp group for our further communication. And tomorrow we will be connecting at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. IST, and we'll catch up tomorrow. So looking forward with the same participants with some new topics tomorrow, and as well as the quiz. All right. Thank you guys. We were able to complete the session exactly at 9:30. So we will connect tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all. Yes, you will get the document. Okay. Okay. You will get the document by end of the workshop, but not today. End of the workshop, you will get everything. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and have a great evening ahead. And connect you tomorrow. Thank you.